especially in a self-defense environment, that's more important to me. I need to maximize my control over him and minimize his control over me. That's such an important goal. So I like closed guard a lot. What I like to do from there, if I can, is what I refer to as overhook closed guard. And so what I usually do, I'll pick a side, whatever he gives me. But I'm gonna shoot one hand and I'm gonna overhook one of his arms. So I still have closed guard, I haven't given anything up, and I've got the overhook. Now, sometimes I pin my hand to my chest, sometimes I pin the hand to his chest. That is all entirely based on how I'm feeling my control. Sometimes it's much easier to be real tight with my hand to my chest. Sometimes, if he's really trying to articulate the elbow and stuff, sometimes I drive my hand into his chest. That way it keeps my elbow a little tighter. I don't know. I got to play with it. But I'll stay in this position because, number one, now I've taken this arm out of the fight. Even if there's weapons at some point, either on my waist or in his pockets, his ankles, whatever, this arm, he's not going to get to him. Okay? And this hand, my hand's free, so I can see this arm, I can monitor it, I can do stuff, I can stop him, but I'm also free to do other things. So I like this position a lot, this overhook closed guard. There's a lot of attacks. I have a ton of attacks that I do in straight jiu-jitsu, not just for self-defense in a weapons-based environment. One of the things, though, that I think is super important, even for a straight jiu-jitsu guy, is we need to have the ability to get up, to stand up. Sometimes we're in a stalemate with this guy. Yeah, I've got the position, I'm in control, but he's good enough to keep me from advancing. Well, I'm not just going to stay there. I'm not going to keep butting my head against the wall. It does any good. Okay, I can't advance. All right, you know what? I'm going to abandon the position and go someplace else. So we should do that even in a straight jiu-jitsu environment. So this is from overhook is one of the easiest ways to do it because I have such control over him. So the way I'm going to do it is this. This hand that's free now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it on the other side of his head. And I'm just going to post out. All I'm doing with this, I'm not even pushing him away. I'm just keeping him from square up to me. I just don't want that to happen. And see how he's bringing his weight in? I don't want that. So I just keep it out. Then I'm going to hip escape. I open and I get under my hips. I bring that leg on top of his back, keep pressure down, make it harder for him to stand up himself. This leg's pushing on his shoulder blade. I still have the arm trapped. But I release it and I add to that block. Again, I'm not pushing away, it's just I'm locking. I'm not pushing him away, I'm just not keep letting him push into me. Then once I have the second hand established, I can release the first hand and get up onto my elbow. Now I got space, I got ability to move, and I'm just going to continue that hip escape. Once I feel like I have enough space, this leg, the bottom leg, the one that's across, I just bring underneath me. It's very easy to stop. And even if, because that hand of his is kind of free, it's not really because he's trying to drive in, but he may try to grab my leg. Maybe he grabs the pant leg with that hand. He really tries to make sure, oh, you're not going anywhere. But the problem is I'm here. He's stuck in this position. I've got this brace. I have this brace. It is my hip and core versus his grip. I don't care who you are. If I keep that head from moving and I violently hip escape, I don't care what he's holding on. He's going to leave fingernails behind before he holds on to you. So once I'm up, now I can run away, I can stand up, I can start kicking, I can stand up, weapons access. I've got a lot of choices. It's from that control. And the whole time, there's not a lot he can do. He can try, but I've got freedom. So I can stand up pretty much at will off that position.